It's that time of the year here in Spain where we have holidaymakers listening to us along with our regular listeners. Some of them may be close to finalising a move to Spain, whereas others may have just started to think about it. So for the next 2 weeks, Chris McCann and I are going to cover the key residence and financial issues they need to be aware of and to plan for in Spain. First, Chris, how are you doing?
I'm very well, thanks, Howard. Yeah, just coping with the heat. Yes. Kind of, in a way, looking forward to September.
Yes.
But it's I'm fine overall.
I think September's my favourite month, I have to say.
Yeah, after August, it typically is my favourite month as well. Yeah.
Witty. Right, moving on. Prior to Brexit, UK nationals could move to Spain first, then apply for residence card. But it's taken much more advanced planning these days. So, Chris, what are the key issues people need to know about applying for residence in Spain?
Well, as you say, it's no longer a relatively simple process where you can turn up in Spain, fill in a few forms, and then visit the police station to collect your residence card. Nowadays, before you even step foot in Spain, you'll need to determine how best to apply for legal residence. And once you've decided on the most appropriate route, the process will typically involve much stricter requirements and more advanced planning and paperwork. As regards the key issues, I think you need to be aware that most visa applications must be submitted to the Spanish consulate in the UK. As far as documentation is concerned, necessary documents typically include proof of financial means or pure proof that you can maintain yourself whilst in Spain, health insurance, a clean criminal record, medical certificates, and as far as timing is concerned, the process can now take several months. If you're considering becoming resident in Spain, I would recommend contacting your local Blevins partner. They'll be able to advise in relation to the most appropriate choice of visa, and will be able to introduce you to a Spanish immigration specialist who can ensure that your move to Spain happens as smoothly as possible.
Does obtaining your residence visa automatically make you liable for taxation in Spain?
No, not necessarily. It depends upon the type of visa you have. With a non-lucrative visa, which is the most common visa for UK expats who are retiring in Spain, you are committing to spending over 183 days in a calendar year in Spain, which means you will be expected to register as a tax resident and pay your taxes in Spain. However, with a golden visa, for example, or investor visa, you have the flexibility to choose how many days you want to spend in Spain. If you want to spend more than 183 days in Spain, you can, and you will become resident in Spain for tax purposes. Alternatively, you might want to spend less than 183 days in Spain, in which case you will not be resident for tax purposes in Spain.
Can you summarise the key taxes that Spanish residents are liable for?
I can. In brief, if you spend more than 183 days in Spain during a calendar year, you'll become potentially liable to income, capital gains, and annual wealth taxes on your worldwide income and gains. And you will also become liable to succession or inheritance and gift taxes in relation to inheritances and lifetime gifts.
So are there any tax issues people should know about before they finalise their move to Spain?
I think the most important thing that people need to know is that the Spanish tax system is different to the UK tax system. And the correct way to structure your affairs in Spain is not going to be the same as in the UK. I think it's fair to say that most British expats are not aware that what can be done in Spain to significantly reduce their tax liabilities as residents of Spain. As I've said many times during these radio broadcasts, Spain is a relatively high tax country, but it's also one of the most attractive countries from a tax planning point of view.
And finally for this week, can people take approved steps to reduce their Spanish tax liabilities?
Well, Howard, if I said to you, most of my existing clients legally and legitimately pay relatively little tax in Spain. So if listeners would like to move themselves to a similar position, all they need to do is contact one of our local advisors. After an initial consultation, we will typically prepare a strategic financial plan for the whole process, from your very early stages in the UK all the way through to your retirement years in Spain, ensuring that you do everything at the right time and in the correct order. We will advise in relation to which residence option is most suitable, and will review your investments, pensions and estate planning arrangements to ensure they are as tax efficient as possible.
Chris will be back next week to continue this topic, looking at UK pensions, reviewing savings and investments of Spain, and estate planning. But before we get to that, Chris, the contact details. I guess the website is the best first port of call.
Yeah, as always, listeners can visit our website, blevinsfranks.com. They will be able to access the contact details of their local Blevins Franks partner. They will also be able to complete a contact form if they wish, and somebody from Blevins Franks will be in touch with the most suitable next steps.
Many thanks.